Good morning and welcome back to another video of the Mark 1 restoration. Last video we were working on the engine. I'm waiting for some quotes for repairing the block and a few other bits on that, and I need to get rid of a V8 that I've got on the engine stand. So until that's done, the engine's kind of stalled for now, but there's always something to do with a project this big, so we've decided to come and work on the car today. Not much, we've only just got back off holiday yesterday, so just going to do a few bits and bobs, get a bit of progress done. The first job is not really going to be progress as such, but as you can see by this parcel, I bought a bumper. This bumper was listed on eBay as a Mark II Jaguar bumper, but the distance between the overriders was too narrow. The overriders on a Mark 1 sit centrally under the headlights. On a Mark II they're about here. So the distance between the overrider mountings made it quite clear that it was a Mark 1 bumper. The good thing about that was that it's actually new old stock and it has never ever been fitted to a car, so it's a really good part to have. Now, just for the fun of it, just because we can and I think it'd look funny, we're going to fit this bumper this morning, only temporarily, not really bolt it on, just wedge it in place. I do want to get that bumper iron bent back into shape to match that one, so the first job is going to be to take that bumper iron off, take that bumper iron off, match them against each other, bend them back straight. We'll wedge this bumper on, take a photo, have a laugh, and then crack on. So the job for the body shell is pretty much the same job now for the next few months, and that is going to be stripping everything off it. Every bit of wiring, every clip, every pipe, every light, every bit of trim, and getting the body shell ready to go for dipping. So that's going to be the subject of today. We're going to start from the front, we're going to work back. Every screw and everything will get bagged, we'll get labelled, we'll get sorted out, so we'll make sure we're losing nothing. I'm going to replate a lot of the bolts on the car so I can reuse as much as possible. So nothing's getting thrown away at the moment, even if it looks completely scrap. Even, for instance, that headlight, I'm not going to throw it away just until I know what's what with getting another one and so on. Parts for these are too rare to throw anything away that I might be kicking myself about later. So yeah, we'll crack on, get this done, and I'll show you when the bumper's on. So, the bumper is no longer in the wrapping. We've just spent the last, I don't know, hour fixing the bumper mount, bending it back into place, and we took both bumper mounts off, bent the original one, bent the bent one, as it were, back into shape, using the original one as a pattern. And now we've fitted the bumper. This is just amazing, to be honest. It looks a bit odd, but really cool. Ready? Ta-da! The world's rustiest Mark 1 Jaguar with the world's shiniest front bumper. And this bumper's amazing. Part of me wants to, well, my wife suggested that it would be a good idea to just lacquer the car. Leave it, obviously get some nice bright chrome work on it, get some new wheels, new tyres, completely rebuild the underside and the interior and the engine bay, so it would be like a mint car underneath and inside, but leave the outside as like a survivor. Basically neutralise the rust, but just lacquer it, leave it looking like that. It kind of shows what it's been through and what it's done and how it's got to where it is. Part of me does want to do it. I'm undecided at the moment, so comment down below if you think it's a good idea. If everybody thinks it's a good idea, then that's what I'll do. So if not, you know, we'll get a nice shiny paint job on there, and we'll obviously not send it for dipping if we're gonna do this. So yeah, that's it's progress of sorts. It's just cool, makes you feel better, it looks cool. And right, we'll crack on with some real jobs now. So yeah, like lights, trims, grills, they're all next. So that's it for today. As you can see, we've made quite a bit of progress. Side light pods are out, the fog lights are off, the headlamps and headlamp bowls, all the wiring's disconnected, the like chrome peaks, the grills, and yeah, it all came apart. To say it's probably never been apart, it all came to pieces remarkably easily. One of the fog lights, we had to cut the nut out of the bottom of it. It was just spinning inside the fog light. Aside from that, everything came to pieces beautifully, really. So yeah, that's made us start. We're going to do a little bit on one of the other cars now. So next time we come, we'll be starting to strip the engine bay down. Basically, same as we've done today, just working his way back, taking everything off, photographing everything, labelling everything, bagging everything up. So we'll do all that, and the inner wings as well. So we'll get the whole car stripped back as far as the bulkhead in the next couple of weeks. And then I think it'll be panels off, so I'll take the bonnet off at that point and the hinges. And then obviously just do the same. So that'll be the front compartment done apart from the suspension. I'll then probably spin it around, to be honest. And because it's a lot easier to work in here even if it's bad weather. Obviously I can just get around it a bit easier. So I'll spin it around, and then we'll do the same with the back end, get the fuel pumps out, get all the wiring and lights and everything off the back end, boot lid off. And then lastly will be the main wiring loom out, the headlining out, which is rotten anyway, and the interior and doors off. So I'd like to think that by January-ish, what are we in now, September, October, yeah, September-ish. Yeah, I like to think by end of year, early next year, it'll be ready to go to dipping. However, the dipping process is not cheap, so it might be a few months after that that it actually goes for dipping. I think probably spring, late spring, it'll go for dipping. And then obviously the long slog of repairing all the bodywork begins, but there will be progress even when it goes for dipping. I'll be doing rebuilding the front suspension, getting everything powder coated. I'll be rebuilding sub-assemblies like the heater box, and you know, like cleaning everything up that needs to go back on. And obviously I'll still be working on the engine and gearbox, so there'll be plenty of progress. There's always something to do on a project like this. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment down below, and tell me what you think. There'll be more soon. Cheers, thanks for watching.